right, let's kick it off with some Lego Disney summer sets. The first one we're going to be seeing is a new Ariel's music stage. It's a 60 piece. It's part of the Friends line. You're going to get a little Ariel from the new movie and a little Sebastian, which is kind of cool. And she's on the stage with a guitar. I didn't know she played guitar. And I don't really know how it would play underwater, but there's got to be something. We have Maleficent's dragon form, which is 583 piece set. It's got a castle with Prince Charming and Sleeping Beauty, and Maleficent is a large-scale figure, which it looks great. I think they did a great job with the molding as the purple and black dragon. And the one that I think a lot of people are going to want to get is the Lion King Simba set. It's only 222 pieces, but it's a mini build of Simba with printed earpieces and eyes, and it looks pretty cool. It's kind of like along the lines of Stitch, but a little bit smaller. We've got Elsa's Ice Palace, which I believe they've done already, but this is an updated version, also in the Friends line. The Magical Madrigal House, which is also Friends, and it's a larger scale with more of the different structures to it. Wish they would just do these in standard Lego minifigure scale. Encanto, just as Encanto, it has her as well as a couple of the other creatures. So we've got a jaguar and her cousin or brother. I think it's her brother who gets the power to speak to animals. Ariel's Crystal Cavern, similar to what we've seen before, but it has Ursula now and a little potion stand and stage where she's not playing anything, but that's kind of the same build. Snow White's jewelry box, which is Snow White, and if you pull out the drawer, it actually has the evil step queen and or stepmother. No, just the evil queen. She's not a stepmother. They didn't get anyways. And it's the heart shape. It's the heart box where she would put Snow White's heart in it. So that's the lineup for Disney Friends line, as well as a couple the buildable sets. Disney is going to continue to do more and more like this. I think the Animals series is what they've seen very big success on, especially with Stitch. So I'm happy to see them expand to this, and hopefully we'll see them expand more in the minifigure scale as well. The Lego Harry Potter sets for this summer also have been revealed. We've got a new creature, Buckbeak, which comes with Buckbeak as a buildable figure, and he's in the pumpkin patch, so there's a crow and a couple different pumpkins to it. It's an okay build, and the head is a little disproportionate from the body, I think, and the build, I don't know. They could have done a little bit more molding, I think, for this, similar to what they did with the Maleficent dragon we just talked about. But it's another creature, and they love to do creatures now also for the Harry Potter line. One that I think they did really well on is the Mandrake, or the Mandragora. Just make sure you have your earmuffs on before you pull it out of the pot. And the pot is very similar to what we've seen in, I think it's the same pot as the Super Mario piranha plant. And it's got great little leaves with prints on them as well. It's cute. I think it's a really good one. Harry Potter Castle Potions class. So this is, the Potions class was part of the first line, and this is kind of the repeat that they've been doing for the Potions, or for the Hogwarts builds from the first series that they ever did for Harry Potter. And this one has an expansion of different characters. We've got Snape, Hermione, Ron, and I don't know who the third character is, but the potions room looks really nice. Bunch of course, potion bottles and different things, and things that you can conjure or make explode. Aragog in the Forbidden Forest. They've done this quite a few times, but I will say that this one's not as good as I would expect. I mean, you do get a couple of the littler spiders, but not like they were the size of Harry and Ron, almost ate them, so they don't have that. Aragog is nice. They do have a printed 1x2 slope tile for his face now. It does look more like a spider. It does have the hinged legs, so, I mean, it's still creepy. I actually found a spider in our yard, and I kept it on our, not a spider, a Lego spider. Digging it up, I found it, and I put it on our cabinet in our bedroom, and it still freaks us out when we walk by because we're not sure if it's real or not. The Hogwarts Castle, the Great Hall. Now, this one is super impressive. They've got some great figures to go along with it. It's over $200, and they've done extreme detail to it. The hall is great. Underground, they have different scenes. This is all from the first movie, so they've got the troll, mini potions class. It's beautiful. They did a great job with this, and it's still connected to different parts. So as we talked about the boathouse the other week, it will connect to the boathouse because there's stairs down to it. So you arrive in the boat first year, and you go up to the Great Hall and get yourself sorted by the sorting hat. Ollivanders and Madame Melkin's robes. These are the similar to Diagonally. Instead of buying a $450 set, you buy these little ones because they did the joke shop, which sold really well. And these ones I think will be the same. Ollivanders has a bunch of new wand designs, so we've got some with twists to them and different almost bark style that like Harry. That's really a good expansion, I think, because the wands are very iconic and not everybody has the same wands, so creating different molds is a good way to use those parts, and maybe we'll see them other places as well. And the most, I think, anticipated one is the Tri-Wizard Tournament, The Arrival. This is the Beauxbaton Academy as well as the Durmstrangs. And they built these in a smaller scale, and if you got this small Hogwarts set, they came in little forms. But this has the true wagon. It only has one horse, although instead of the, I don't know how many, I think it was like 6 or 8 from the actual movie. And the Durmstrang ship, which is a large-scale ship that is very detailed. And I don't know why that they put so much effort into the Durmstrang ships, because we see it for 2 scenes very, very quickly. But it's cool. I mean, it's part of the Goblet of Fire series book, and if somebody wants the Harry Potter ships like this and have their own Goblet of Fire scenes, this one will add to the collection for sure. Lego Creator 3-in-1. This new one is a modern home. So it's kind of futuristic. It's got a 3-tower section, but very mid-century modern-esque style to it. Sliding doors, some palm trees to it, and you can build, of course, 3-in-1. One is just a standard ranch style that I think is very mid-century modern, with the classic stone chimney and the white exterior and a little courtyard to it. And then another is a 4-story skyscraper. Excuse me, 3. Well, I guess 4 if you count the upper deck, which is a lounge area to it. All in all, this is another great 3-in-1 set at almost 1,000 pieces. So you're going to get it for around 80 to 100 bucks. They haven't. There's no price reveal just yet. Lego City summer sets also were revealed. For this, we've got quite a few again. We've got the Baby Gorilla Encounter. So it's a guy with a little goatee, so a little kind of hippie scientist guy going to see a baby gorilla. It's a poly bag. It's nothing outstanding, but you do get the mini gorilla, and a lot of people like the different animals as they continue to come out with more and more. A double-decker sightseeing bus. The bus has, it's like a London bus, but instead of 2 complete floors, it's got 1 floor, and then the second floor is kind of cut in half, so you can do sightseeing. They're going to have your minifigures up there with cameras and checking out the sights throughout your Lego city itself. The next one is the car transporter, like you see on the roads, where if you buy a car or dealerships buy cars, they're going to load the cars up on this ramp so you can transport them through your city. They have some unique ones because they've got a sports car, they've got a racing car, and then they've got a classic hot rod. The hot rod's really cool. They did a good job with the art prints on the side where it has the flames and a couple minifigures to it. I mean, it's big though, so you're going to have to find a pretty long road to do it. The turn radius probably isn't what you'd expect. A mobile construction crane, more cranes. This one though is large and it's lifting up a porta potty, so there's probably going to be a little Lego surprise in there. But let me see how many sets of wheels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 sets of wheels. That's a lot of wheels, so it's going to be a big production of rubber to get that, and you can build onto your city with different skyscrapers or construction points. I don't see a wrecking ball, but you can make one pretty easy to take down some of those buildings as well. A construction excavator. This one is one of the most recognizable, and I think, what would you say? Best representation of an excavator. It has a brick built section and with hoses to look like there's hydraulic pieces. The tracks look very nicely done, and the cab looks similar. I mean, the more and more they build city sets, the more and more recognizable they are to the real thing. They've got Robot World, and I know a lot of people are excited about this that like Exoforce, one of the classic Disney Lego lines. The Exoforce has some mechs and different characters to it. So what this is it's a ride. So you get on a roller coaster and you go up the ramp, slide all the way back down. There's no chain to do it, so it's all manual, but they've got a large Exoforce figure, so you can kind of run around that in different scenes as well. The harbor, standard harbor, you've got a crane, you've got a boat, you've got a dockside fishing area. A jungle explorer, this is where you can get a red panda for extremely cheap. You just get a little Jeep with a minifigure to it and a red panda. Jungle explorer water boat, same thing. You got a water boat. It does have crocodiles as well as a baby crocodile. And so I'd probably stay in the plane, don't get in the water. The Jungle Explorer truck, larger scale truck that has a little crane piece for filming, and it comes with a tiger, Bengal tiger. And you could even build this into like one of those off-road van life, because you just adapt the back section to it. Tow truck, that's it. It's a truck that tows the car to it. Jungle Explorer helicopter. The helicopter is a large dual-bladed, dual-rotored helicopter. You come with a large gorilla, two large gorillas, and a baby gorilla, and a little research center. This is the one I'm most excited about, and I don't buy Lego City sets, but I think I might get this one. This is the Lego delivery truck, and it literally is a Lego delivery truck. It is a semi-truck that has Lego printing on the side with the logo, and inside are pallets of Lego sets, and they're not in cardboard boxes. They wanted to display it well, and each one has different prints on it of classic sets, and you get a forklift to it. It's $100, but honestly, I think it's worth it. It adds to the very meta nostalgia of Lego and transporting it to your Lego City or Lego store. Great display piece too, because the Lego branding, and I think the art was done very well. That's the wrap up of Lego City. We're going to keep going. Next is the summer of Mookie Kid. We've got the Mookie Kid Team Power Truck, and the truck itself is just a standard red truck with some different features on it, and the creatures, as well as a bike and a front loader to it. 9-headed beast. 9 heads is pretty crazy. I've only seen 3 heads before, and that was on Serta. I think that was the dragon or thing from Hercules. Then we have Nez's Ring of Fire mech. These mechs are beautifully done, large scale minifigures that have different blades and aspects to it. And then the largest one is the Celestial Pagoda, and it's got some of the pagoda features that you'd see, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different stories. Probably plays an iconic role in the Monkey series. I'm not sure, but you can see that they are putting all their efforts into any series, and Mookie Kid is no exception. Along with the Mookie Kid, we're getting Ninjago sets. We've got a tournament training ground, so we have the good guy and a bad guy with just some swords in different areas that you can connect, I'm guessing, to some other features. Zane's ice motorcycle, so it's just a two-wheel motorcycle, but it has the ice feature of these new, I think, molds that are kind of like lightning. I think that'll come up in another discussion point. The tournament at Temple City, and what's nice is it's a pagoda style, but it's on a cliffside, so there's a cave to it, there's a bridge section, different creatures flying in. So they've done expansions, not just the pagoda, but a full scene and design section to it with a lot of minifigures. We've got a total of 13. That's quite a few of those. And then the largest one is the Source Dragon of Motion. And the dragon is massive. Like, think about the dragon that's in the Dungeons & Dragons set and times it probably by 4 to get this size. Because it's not only the dragon, but you've got a section that's on the back that you'd ride, and it's got a gong on it and a bunch of figures as well as mini dragons flying around, so that's a new mold as well. Ninjago is expanding, and probably as they go into their 4th or 5th season of Ninjago, well, I mean the newest series of Ninjago, I don't know, there's so many of them, you'll probably see these in that show. Lego Friends line, summer 2024. The Heartland City Cafe, beautifully done. Looks like a cafe that you see on the corner of the street with a little cafe symbol and a little croissant with a hat on it. That's kind of cute. The Adventure Camp Archery Range, smaller set. It does have a 3x3 plate that's printed with the archery logo to it. a camp logo with 2 Friends figures in a little archery range. Beach water scooters, which I don't call them water scooters, I call them sea-doos or jet skis. And they're okay. They're not the greatest build, and I mean, it's a smaller set. It's a 5+ set for that. Adventure Camp Cozy Cabins. There's 2 cabins to it. They're separated and they have open sides so that you can play inside it instead of a fully enclosed system. Beach Smoothie Stand. There's a little dune buggy that goes with it, and it's got different. It's got oranges, grapes, and watermelon in the top, and nice like thatched roof style. Heartland City Water Park. There's three sides to it. One is a fully twisting one. There's a small kids one, and then a tube one, which the tube one is kind of new. It kind of looks like what you put in like a hamster cage, and different functions on that. Dog grooming car. There's a 4+ set. There's 2 little dogs that go with it, and a little car that travels around so you can wash your person's dog. And then Heartland City Preschool. This is a 2-story preschool. It's got a tree house to it, little stairs, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of Friends kids size. I don't know if I've seen those before, and that's a whole new area that they can dive into for sure. Another 3-in-1 creator set is a T-Rex, which they've done this before, but a far simpler build. This one is a green and tan T-Rex that has a large-scale, very impressive presence to it. And the other 2, you can create a Triceratops or a Pterodactyl. All 3 are the most iconic, I think, other than like a Velociraptor dinosaur that you can build out of the one set. And, well, that's also just fun. We'll take a break from the summer 2024 sets because there are still more that we'll have to catch up on. But if you watched this last Wednesday, there was the live stream for the Lego Star Wars. And you can rewatch it if you want. It was about an hour long, and they showed off some of the sets and talked about the designs behind it. And they did show the, the Ideas House, which they have a lot of different sets. If you go on the inside tour, you get to go there. It's an invitation only to go in there. And they have a secret a secret Star Wars room that they've got a bunch of different sets, and they're all chosen by the people who love those specific sets. There's no other reason other than the designers thought that would be good to display them. Now, you can rewatch it. I wouldn't. Unless you really want to see how some things were made and talk about the book and stuff. There was nothing revealed. And I'm a little bit surprised because we will talk about some other summer ones that were revealed or I guess leaked to the public on that. Boone, who was the MC of the event, is great, and he's very good presence and energetic. So I don't want to knock them for that, but come on, just show us at least one little set. That I think that's what would be something more enticing for people to come and see. So we've seen the Lego Polaroid, and there's always some cool cameras that they've done. They did the movie camera. It's similar to what the Game Boy did with a camera, and I still want to get my hands on one so that I can use it and make some little movies that are kind of retro from that. But there's a company that decided that they would build their own camera out of Lego. It's called Alternative Process Photography, and they built just a brick-built camera with a lens that you can create for an exposure and a 4x5 sheet of exposure paper. They built it in 2009, but it was lost, and now they decided to rebuild it. And the lens itself is just a classic exposure. Twist it. You got to stay still for quite a little bit to let the light in, burn onto the paper, and pull it out. There's an extension piece as well, and it's just the basic standard brick built style to it. So if you want to do this instead of the Polaroid, which it might be cheaper to do, you'll get some really cool classic photos from it. In that, I think the film might be a little bit expensive, but the Polaroid is already expensive, and then you got to buy film for that too. So either way, you can build your own brick-built camera for an exposure and an enjoyable photo session. This is for the DC Superheroes line. So the first one is the Batcave with Batman, Batgirl, and the Joker. It's a 4+ set. So it's got a Batcave section with a display plaque showing, it looks like the Joker is getting away. in his little car, which it comes with the car. We've got Batgirl in the Batwing and Batman in the all minifigure scale for the 4+ set. The Batman construction figure and Batpod bike. This is a $70 set. Sorry, the last one was a $40 set. This one's $70. It comes with the buildable Batman and from the Dark Knight series and his Batpod, which is really cool because they haven't done the Batpod in a while or at all. It was just a 7,000 limited release. You have to go into a sweepstakes for it. And it looks just like it. And having the figure that you can build and put on it as well, I think is a great way to call back for this and have that figure too, instead of just selling it separately. Then we have Batman and the Batmobile versus Harley Quinn and Mr. Freeze. $60 set, and this is the animated series Batmobile. And it is in a dark blue, which I think that's what it was in the show. I've been looking at so much Batmobile things for the Brick by Brick challenge. And it has two main launchers on the top for stud launchers. The grill is really nice, and it's got that sleek form to it. Then it comes with a little display plaque. It's similar to what the limited edition Batmobile that I'm building. So it's kind of just an additional display piece for all the Batmobiles that you will be collecting. So those are the DC Batman, which Batman is the most popular. I don't think they've done a Superman one in a while. So and one other thing, there was a Batman mech armor, $15, and it's Batman going into a mech suit that's gray and black. So if you're a big Batman DC fan, these are pretty nice sets. The second round of LEGO ideas for 2024 has finally had their results come out. There was two that were selected. One is a minifigure prize machine. So one of those coin operated where you put a quarter in, twist the little knob, and out will pop a ball that has different things in it. And this one is cool because it pops out minifigures. So they'll probably have some unique minifigures and pieces for that. And then a Western River steamboat. It's going to be probably a display piece, similar to what they've done with like the Mirsky cargo ship liner. They're great designs and overall good selections. There were a lot of other ones that they could have chosen, but I think these are best in a line with like kind of mass audience, and I think that's what they've been going for. The steamboat could be interesting. I think it can call back to the early 1900s and maybe have some features. They can do the paddle boat and maybe some steam coming out. So very excited to see both of these as LEGO idea sets to go with all the other ones that are still in production. And here are the Star Wars for June 2024 release. So they didn't release them for May because they want to continue going through this. And we've got the Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon battle. So when Paz Vizsla, spoiler alert, comes out and he gets locked in, there's going to be his Praetor guards as well as Vizsla in his, Vizsla's in his armor, but Moff Gideon has his Mandalorian armor on as well. Luke Skywalker X-Wing mech, another mech that's going to add on to your mech series. But what's interesting on this one, X-Wing, it's got the wings on the back like the X-Wing and a lightsaber as well as a blaster to it. And then Captain Rex Y-Wing microfigure. Now this is going to upset a lot of people that just wanted the Captain Rex figure that they spent a lot of money to get. And it's only $10 for this one. And it's the blue Y-Wing. Did I say X-Wing? I meant Y-Wing. Micro fighter. So that's an easy buy for a lot of other people to get their hands on. There's an ambush and the Mandalore battle pack. And this is different Mandalorians as well as the Mandalorian armored stormtroopers. So the great collectible figures for sure in that pack. And that's just a few that will be releasing in June, expecting some others as we still go into the collector's series of, well, I guess not collector series, but exclusives for the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars. More summer 20... All right, let's run through what I think I have left of the summer 2024 sets. Speed Champions. We're getting 3 for this summer. We are getting a Lamborghini Lambo V12 Vision GT supercar. This is a super sleek supercar that's really low to the ground. I like the colors. It's the olive green color to it. Really, really cool build. The biggest one I think that will have the most pull, maybe, is the Mercedes AMG G Series wagon and the Mercedes AMG SL63. These are super detailed. I mean, they look just like the real vehicles. Didn't even consider that they are minifigure scale G-Wagons in full black, and the SL63 is a yellow convertible. Really, really nice. And then the last one is the Aston Martin safety car and the AMR 23. So it's the Aston Martin safety vehicle for an F1 racer, both in green. And these dual packs are going to go for it goes $27, $45, and then $50 in sequence for the Speed Champion sets. We have our advent calendars. So Lego City just got their advent calendar. Lego Friends has their advent calendar. Lego Harry Potter is primarily the Great Hall advent calendar. Lego Disney actually has the Friends style of figures for their Disney one, and Star Wars has theirs with the ship. Two sweater designs for, I think it's Luke and Leia, and so those are already revealed, and it's only May. Likely to see those already released pretty soon, which is kind of crazy. But I always wait till closer to the end or near December because they're cheaper, but they do sell out pretty quick, especially the Star Wars one. Another Lego City one that I forgot to call out is the Street Car and Station. So this is kind of a metro line that has a little bit of a track, but then it runs off so you can run around the room. But I guess they didn't want them limited just by the track, but that pulls up to the station. Summer 2024 for Animal Crossing, we have two new sets, which is the Fly with Dodo Airlines. Really nice set. They've got the pilot, they've got the watercraft, and the landing area, which is dockside for the water aircraft. I actually built one. This one will be nice to have some parts added to it so that you can have a little bit more of a detailed version. And then the town hall with KK's concert in the plaza. So you have the full town hall building, a little camper vehicle, and then you get KK Slider doing a concert. Those sets will be coming out in August for a reasonable price of about $50 and $100. Lego Sonic the Hedgehog, we've got Tails Adventure Boat. So Tails has a little ball in the front that I'm guessing will power the boat as you move through it and going to a little beach area. And then you've got a parasailer in the back. I'm not sure if the parasailer will actually stay up. Maybe if you pull it fast enough and have a little jet engine on it. Next one is Knuckles and the Master Emerald Shrine. So Knuckles is fighting off one of the robots from Dr. Egghead. And I think it might go along the lines with the series that is the Knuckles TV show. I don't actually know how that is. I've heard people talking about it, but nothing farther than it's a thing. And then Supersonic and Egg Drillster. So we have Sonic going after the Egg Drillster, which is one of the bosses where it's a drilling machine. I think in the game it can flip over, come after you. So many new sets for that. That's $55, then $35, and then $80 respectively. Lego Super Mario. Super Mario is getting 5 new sets. We have the Goombas Playground, just a couple Goombas playing around on a little tree set area. That's kind of funny. The Soda Jungle Maker set. So there's just a bunch of different figures that are going around or creatures, and you can build and add these onto your expanding area as well. The Adventures with Interactive Lego Mario. So instead of the starter pack from Mario, you can get this one and have some of the classic functions with some of the creatures as well. Interactive with Luigi and Peach. So same thing, different creatures and functions, but getting those digi figures. Lego 2024 Summer Technic set. There are 4 that will be coming out, and one I'm very, very excited about. I can never pronounce this car brand. The Kaingishki Jesco Absolute Gray Hypercar. So it's in a flat gray style to it, and it does have the not gull wing, but like the vertically sliding doors which is a nice function in something small like this, which is a price of $50. A Volvo FX truck and EC230 electric excavator. Larger scale set that you get a truck system that has a trailer to it, and putting the excavator on it's $200, so that's one of the larger sets, but not the largest. Porsche GT4 E-Performance race vehicle. It's in black and blue, and we talked about this, that this one will have the motor system. It's going to be the fastest Technic vehicle that they've ever built, and it's remote controlled by your phone, which is nice because there's nothing other, you don't have to press anything, just turn it on and go. Now, one of the most exciting things for me as a NASA nerd is the NASA Apollo Lunar Rover Vehicle, or the LRV. And I was surprised it was Technic, and I was a little disappointed when I heard the rumor about it until I saw it, and I am very impressed. Now, it's not all Technic, it's a lot of bricks as well. But what I've been trying to build one for years now in the Lego Icons series style. This is very much along those lines. It's got the new tires that are specifically for the rover. It's got that like mesh style to it, still rubber, and it's from the Apollo 17 mission. And what's cool is you have different modules you can take off. They've got little plaques to tell you what they are, and you can fold up the rover into the square block that it was, because, well, you need it to be compact because there's not much space to get it to the moon. So awesome, and it's $220. Definitely going to have to put this alongside the Artemis rocket when that comes out as well. LEGO Ideas has two things going on right now. One we'll get to about the 80s series, and this one is about your gift with purchase. There's a contest where you could have submitted to have a gift with purchase made of anything that you'd want, and they've selected a total of 15 that you can go and vote on. They've got a small ship, they've got a little cafe style, a bird, a plane that moves when you rotate it, a speaker, snails. There are just so many really cute ones that would be a fun gift with purchase. So go over to LEGO Ideas and vote on these. Choose the one that you'd like to see chosen for your next gift with purchase. LEGO 80s Ideas Submission. This was to create a LEGO set that was iconic things from the 80s. They've chosen 5. They did this about 2 weeks ago. Problem was, there was a rule that said you could submit more than one, but you would not have more than one selected for entry. And that was something that the LEGO group didn't notice or didn't follow, because they submitted 2. One that was for the Gremlins house and one that was for Karate Kid. Well, they made that mistake, so they had to stop the fan voting. So for everyone that promoted their sets, lost all those votes because they had to do a reset. And now they have the 5 that they are going forward with. You've got E.T. the Extraterrestrial, The Goonies, which is the ship, Beetlejuice. We're good, he's not here. Gremlins, and the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids module. All are excellent 80s sets. I'm having a difficulty deciding because The Goonies is insane. E.T. has been trying to get into LEGO Ideas for a very long time. And then there's Beetlejuice, which this year is Beetlejuice. I think that we're going to see The Goonies be selected, but Beetlejuice is really good too with the house. And all of these are iconic, and good luck to those as they finally have started the voting again. So you can go over to do that by... and it will plan to end on, well, today, so go over and vote. And that's for the first vote. Second vote will happen sometime in the summer, and then we'll get to know the actual set being revealed on September 1st. Now, if you weren't aware, May the 1st was this week, which means there's a lot of sets revealed that you can purchase. Now, it's not just Star Wars, but there is 5 Star Wars sets that you can purchase. But the LEGO minifigure series for the Space series was revealed, and you can go purchase those. If you use Brick Finder, you can usually scan those and figure out which ones they are. There are 12, and I couldn't just buy 2, so I bought all of them. LEGO Disney has a set. The Despicable Me sets are out. LEGO City has 1 set. LEGO Store exclusives, which are the Space series ones that have some creatures to them we've talked about, are all available. So there's some other ones coming out mid-May. I'm not sure That's not usual, but then we also have the ones that'll come out on June. So it's going to be a busy, busy summer of a lot of different sets. Get ready. LEGO Fortnite is adding an expansion yet again. This one is in Star Wars. Of course, May the 4th, why not do so? They've got some fresh new characters. There's different battle packs that you can purchase, Rebel Adventures, so you can get some other things that you'd like to get. So you can get, for 1,400 VIP V-Bucks, you can get Chewbacca skin for your characters. There's lightsabers. There's Fortnite Festival is going to have different parts to it. Just huge Star Wars expansion. You can go on YouTube and find a video that kind of outlines what there is, and if you're a Fortnite fan, you've probably already seen the release videos that are coming out this weekend. So a lot of people are going to be playing as Star Wars skins and just spending money there as well. Stonehenge is a very iconic, very mysterious build in the UK. The stones were placed to kind of tell the seasons and probably when aliens are going to come back. Somebody decided that they'd build a mosaic out of it. The classic mosaic style with a 1x1 plates, and over 200,000 of them. It is a massive mosaic, and the mosaic is built with different squares that they've pieced together, and it's going to be at the World Heritage Site that people can visit in this, that have already been able to visit. And it's not only the first one, there are 3 total ones. So people dancing around the mosaic with the sun setting in a different area or through one of the archways. Super cool. Didn't get a chance to go there myself. Kind of just giant rocks. But it's got a lot of cool history and a lot of interesting engineering to get it done. I think this is the last one for summer 2024 release. This is Marvel's. And the best one and the likely one that I will probably purchase is the Guardians of the Galaxy, the Milano. $180. It's 2,000 pieces, August 1st. It is their best design that they've done. They've done the Benatar. They've done, I always forget the one from Endgame. But those were great sets, and I've heard that they're very much like an expert level of design. And they're only 12 plus sets. So this one has a couple of minifigures, Baby Groot, and you can put them all in the cockpit section. Iron Man, the Iron Legion versus Hydra soldiers from, I think this is Ultron, Age of Ultron, that they're flying in to fight, and they've got 2 of the Iron Legion sets that go with it. Thor versus Serta, a construction figure. Serta is a large figure that has the volcanic style. It's got the head of Serta that's supposed to destroy Asgard. And he has a Thunderbolt piece now that goes onto the hammer, which I think is a nice touch. It definitely adds to the lore of, well, Thor. The Avengers versus the Leviathan. So this is from the first Avengers movie. The Leviathan is a bigger scale than what we saw in the latest Stark Tower, or the Avengers Tower set. It comes with Chitauri, Loki, Captain America, Hulk, and Black Widow. The Avengers assemble Age of Ultron. This is a battle that they're doing in the snowed mountains. I honestly was not, I was a little surprised. I thought they would do it in the main like church area that the battle kind of finalized with. Dancing Groot, which has Groot kind of dancing in his pod. He's got some sunglasses and some headphones on. Kind of creepy. Not the best. It's better than Rocket. Rocket wasn't the greatest. But those are the sets that we've seen so far for Marvel 2020. Legoland California is doing a new parade. This is the Lego World Parade, and it will be the first of its kind and debut on May 24th. Kind of in line with what we've seen a lot of parades that they've done in Disney World or Disneyland. This is going to feature an array of Lego themed floats, including a Lego City fire truck, pirate ship, as well as floats inspired from Ninjago, Friends, pretty much any Disney line or Lego line that you can think of. I said Disney because it's on the brain. And it'll come out on May 24th and go through the summer. So you can get these, you can get the tickets and go see the show and enjoy a fun parade, as well as going into Legoland and seeing the Lego builds and the rides for your kids. Now, Disney has a Lego store. In Disneyland, they have the iconic Lego store that's in their downtown Disney section. And it's closing. It was the first one at Disney, and they're going to be closing as they continue to do renovations and expansions. The Anaheim City Council just approved their expansion as well as a new hotel in the area, so we're likely to see that it'll come back, but just not for a while because it's at the end of the block, and that's where most of the construction things are going to happen. So unfortunately, you won't be able to get any Lego for a little bit of time while there. They probably will have the Disney ones in the Lego park or in the park itself at Disney, but just stand by. They're probably going to do a nice expansion and some new interactive areas as well. X-Men 97 has been a big hit, and I'm a big fan, and I never watched it before, and I'm going back and rewatching it. Someone decided to create the X-Men 97 intro, similar to what the original was, out of Lego and stop motion. I posted the YouTube link in the description so you can go check that out. It's pretty cool, and the music is, of course, classic. I am still singing, and it's got my wife into singing as well because it's just so catchy. Check it out. Great stop motion work. Good for this person. I can't do stop motion, and it takes a long time, so go and support. It's always fun to create some interesting MOCs that are games. We have seen the Atari and Nintendo, which the Nintendo you can kind of play as Mario, but now somebody's made Tetris. It's a little different than you would expect. It doesn't fall down on its own. You actually pull from a box that kind of slides out what the next piece is. So you have to figure it out and try to get points for it. And you can calculate that. There's a little cheat sheet on the side, similar to what you've seen in a Tetris game. But you put it on the board. You try to stack them in the best way you can. Once you're out of pieces, try to calculate how many rows you did cancel out to have those points. Beautifully done, so creative, and maybe they'll figure out a way to do the automatic cancel out feature. That would be pretty cool, but I think in general they've done a great job just doing exactly what they're doing. And that, my friends, is the end of the bricking news today. I know it was a lot. Thank you for standing by and getting to learn all about the latest sets for summer 2024. Now we'll move right into our set review. Today's set is the Ultimate Collector Series X-Wing. And I wanted to bring this up because it's a set that you can get 4 times the VIP points. So you can get almost, I think it's like $50, $60 back for just getting this set. So right now it's a $240 set, so you do get a lot of good points back, and if you have points and spend it on that, you won't get those points. So I'd say spend the money on the set, then get those points back and save them for another purchase that you're going to make. It's an 18 plus set, 1,953 pieces. You'll get 1,560 insiders points times 4, and it's item 75355, sorry. Comes with 2 minifigures, it says, and I guess they count R2-D2 as a minifigure, although I think that that's a contentious point. It's 11 inches tall by 18 inches wide and 22 inches deep, and it does have 287 reviews at 3.5 stars. Not really sure why it's 3.5 stars, although I remember when it first came out and discussed that the X-Wing engines were placed weird. It didn't look to be the right scale, but it is the original design if you watch it. I wasn't a big supporter, but you know what? I have it right behind me. So I was a supporter enough to buy it for VIP points. People would be stupid not to if they're a big X-Wing fan. This is their 3rd iteration of the X-Wing as an Ultimate Collector series, and I think that it's their best one yet. The X-Wing does have the expanding wings that you can close and open. The R2-D2 is a minifigure scale, which I think is not appropriate for this. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be their larger mini build. And people do that, and I actually think I might change it as well. And then you get arm printing on Luke Skywalker and a display plaque. This is a May the 4th purchase automatically for those points. I got the AT-AT for the exact same reason as 4 times the points. So go out and buy this one. There's an affiliate link in the description so you can help out the channel and still get that discount. There's probably going to be some also Honey or Rakuten discounts to add on top of that. And your credit card might have some more percent cash back for this. X-Wing's a classic. Go out and buy it. Now we'll do our Rebrickable set. And as I said, it's a Rivian R3X by sc.brix, B-R-I-X. Rivian came out with this as a concept vehicle, but now it's going to go into production. That'll come out in 2026. and it's their smaller version that is more of an off-road than the R2. And the design is beautifully done with like a turquoisey color to it. It's got red mirror pieces. It's not a full city or Speed Champion scale, but the design looks exactly like it. It's got the sloped roof. It's got the main rear compartment, I guess trunk, well done, and the roof with the glass feature to it. Really a great design. He's got some other great builds as well. You can go purchase those on Rebrickable for $5 and build this. The headlight's also great. It's 1x2, the round pieces, so it looks just like the Rivian. You will have to put some stickers on to create the full bar, but just use an old sticker sheet that you haven't used the white sections to do it. That's it. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast, watching it on YouTube. This has been a really fun experience for me to continue to learn and see what else, because there were some sets that I didn't even know about while I was doing my research for all of this. So check out the latest sets for summer and get some of these from May the 4th. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Go over to our YouTube, Back to Brick, and the Instagram, Back to Brick 2. If you're interested in having commissions done, also hit me up for those. I'll leave you, as I always do, get creative, get out there, and go build something.